Thank you for the invitation to present our network as an innovative approach to clinical trials. And my privilege is to represent a network as one of these innovations. Specifically, the Can-SOLVE CKD Network, which is Canadians seeking solutions and innovation to overcome chronic kidney disease, and it's on their behalf that I'm actually presenting this. You will recall the Strategy for Patient-Oriented Research, which is a coalition of the federal, provincial, and territorial partners that were dedicated to integrating research into care, and specifically to foster evidence-informed healthcare, bringing innovative diagnostic and therapeutic approaches to point of care. But really, what we've done in Can-SOLVE CKD is create this national network that brings together kidney patients, researchers, healthcare providers, policymakers, and caregivers to actually embody this vision. And our specific vision for kidney care is that every Canadian with or at high risk for chronic kidney disease will receive the best recommended care, experience optimal outcomes, and have the opportunity, importantly for this symposium, to participate in studies with novel therapies, regardless of their age, sex, gender, location, or ethnicity. So this pan-Canadian network has 18 research projects, over 60 patient partners, and 400 team members. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about that network as we go forward. Fundamental to this network are two patient-led councils. One, the Patient Governance Circle, and the other, the Indigenous Peoples Engagement and Research Council. Specifically, the latter highlighting the disproportionate impact and prevalence of CKD in Indigenous populations. That foundation has with it a number of committees and research projects under a lean governance structure accountable to the funders. Our Patient Governance Circle embodies equity, diversity, and inclusion and was founded in 2016. These are people who are care providers, people living with different types of kidney disease at different stages of kidney disease, either caregivers, caretakers, family members, those with and without kidney transplants, on and off dialysis. Our Indigenous Peoples Engagement and Research Council has over 20 members now, including not only Indigenous patients and their families, but care providers, Indigenous researchers and scholars, as well as community leaders and physicians. And together, these people help to keep us grounded in executing our three research themes, which are earlier diagnosis, better treatments, and innovative care. And as I said at the beginning, there are 18 different research projects across those themes that use a variety of study designs and methods to answer questions. I've put on the right-hand side of this slide simply some key questions about identifying and treating early kidney disease, BET methods, how you delay progression with new treatments, a systematic review and review of looking at how we improve symptoms for those on dialysis from both the basic science all the way through to translational implementation science and improving living donor rates and experience. What we do in this national network with the structure is consolidate the expertise and resources in kidney research. And by so doing, we enhance the capacity, really focused on patient engagement and a development of some novel infrastructures, which I'll share with you now. So patient-informed activities are the core of SPORE, and what we've done is have support with patients for the development, vetting, and follow-up of clinical studies. We have formal priority setting processes. We have patients on our Research Operations Committee on every single research program, and also within the Canadian Nephrology Trials Network, which I'll also tell you about in a moment. We've supported the dissemination of information about trials through novel structures, one being Kidney Link and the other CNTN. Kidney Link is a new online platform that connects users to new research opportunities and curated educational experiences. It increases people's ability to participate in research. And through Record, another project or infrastructure, we help researchers recruit greater numbers of interested patients, both to be on their committees and research teams, but also to participate in trials. The Canadian Nephrology Trials Network is a pan-Canadian network that's striving to really improve multi-center research, specifically traditional clinical trials, but really to foster a culture of collaboration and then offer resources to help places around the country really participate and overcome issues with recruitment. We have opportunities for training. We support training and mentorship of patient partners through Kidney Pro, and also young investigators through Crescent, a national curriculum and training program for basic and clinical scientists throughout the spectrum of biomedical and non-biomedical researchers, really all asking important questions in kidney disease. Kidney Pro is an online learning module that explores the breadth and depth of kidney research in Canada, and it allows patients through learning to be able to figure out how best to participate in kidney research, and is thought to be a sustainable and renewable resource if we can get more and more patients understanding things. We have integrated very much cultural safety into our research activities, and our IPERC group has helped us with having a structure and have taken the lead in a curriculum development called Wabishki Bishnu Skanj Learning Pathway, which is actually an attempt to educate both researchers and patients in Indigenous learning ways so they can be better equipped to participate in research. In addition to that, we have tools that enhance patient engagement, how to tell stories with impact, and integrated knowledge translation. And what we've learned is that patients have really good questions, and that we can inform clinical trial design with patient input, and that might actually help us get people enrolled in the studies. We know that lay summaries are really important to facilitate engagement and understanding, and that most importantly, that people want to participate in research, but we've learned through them that many of our processes are quite prohibitive, and that's a problem. Not all patients like the idea of a randomized controlled trial. They think it's have and have-nots, and many have suggested to us that alternative designs might be more acceptable, especially in specific communities, such as stepped wedge design as an example. Our consent forms are far too long and don't make sense to most of us, and let alone to the people trying to sign them. But most importantly, our patients have told us they want to help answer important questions, and that has kept the network going. There are many ways to judge successes of networks, and certainly are conventional ways to look at things like publications. So we've had over 58 peer-reviewed publications since 2016, over 500 citations, and we've been either invited to or submitted and had accepted to multiple conferences, both nationally and international, over 100 presentations. So that's posters and oral presentations, as well as the publications, which I think are important in terms of creating this culture. The other footprint that we have is that in every province, we have an investment of dollars, people, and projects. And this is just a snapshot, if you will, across the country of the kind of dollar and personnel investment and the number of projects that are being either curated or participated in each of those provinces, which I think also helps very much with an understanding of what this network can accomplish. So the network has served as a hub to unite resources and develop new tools and infrastructure. It's really bolstering our capacity as a group of interested investigators to really do groundbreaking patient-centered research and ultimately to transform care and research in the real spirit of SPORE. We have strong partnerships with more than 30 organizations that include the provincial kidney care agencies, universities, and industry, and together have worked out a unique way of funding integrated research and clinical care and the translation and implementation in a way that I think should resonate with many of us and lessons can be learned. And so in summary, this conference is about innovation. And innovation is involving an improvement in the methods of working or producing whatever it is. And the Can-SOLVE CKD Network innovates through listening, learning, and leading to, from, and with our patients, caregivers, policymakers, researchers, and clinicians. And in that way, we believe is an example of a network as a tool to truly innovate. So thank you very much for your attention, and happy to answer questions at the end of this symposium.